Well, where do I begin? 100 years pass by quickly, but that's hardly how I feel. All the challenges we've tackled, the advancements we have achieved, the first and most important, the registration certificate for the electrical installations company Emil Lundgren. It was 1919. I was 36 years young, but an experienced electrician. Since my first installation at 16, I've had electricity in my bones. The 10,000 volts that ran through my body in Vårgårda may have helped. My watch stopped then, but time didn't. Electricity became the basis for provision of my growing family. So when I founded my own company, I wanted to do it right from the start. A family business with a close relation to the employees, where the safety of the electricians is prioritized and they have freedom and responsibility over their own decisions. I'd like to think that's still the case. Mornings were hectic in mine and Elin's one-room flat at Rambergsvägen. 2 children and a kitchen full of electricians. They were given coffee and sandwiches together with a daily schedule before we cycled off with supplies all over the city. We did the wiring for Gothenburg's first radio transmitter. During World War II, we entered into a few hard years of depression, and Elin kept records of every krona earned. Her clever mind and our competent staff made the company grow, and so did our children. Harry got more and more involved. In 1961, he replaced me as CEO and started steering the company towards industrial plans. We expanded even more, and when Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969, we'd gone from 40 to 228 employees in 10 years.
One small step for man, one giant leap.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to come along on that whole journey. On the 30th of January 1968, I left my earthly life. But just as dead as Emil Lundgren was, as thriving was the Emil Lundgren Company. Our mission, which had once been to electrify the island of Hisingen, grew during the 80s to include all of Sweden. At the end of the 1990s, we'd expanded and became a large, centrally managed organization with around 1,200 employees. We were no longer the small company where everyone knew each other by first name, but that would change. One day, a Frenchman turned up, unannounced, at the office. A year later, we'd been acquired by the Vinci Group. Their quartz philosophy made something happen. The organization was divided up. Instead of top-down management, more responsibilities were given to the individual units. In the early 2000s, we'd become a more personal Emil Lundgren again, where decisions were made closer to their implementations. A company that prioritizes the safety and work environment of the electricians, as well as the surrounding environment, in a time where energy has become a focus for all mankind and the demand for sustainable electricity is larger than ever. And now, here we are, after 100 years, ready to take on another 100 years. 100 more years of electrifying the world.